Had to haul that brush out today to the road. On Mondays, the town will come by and pick up all of your yard waste, any branches, just anything you clean up out of your yard, which is a nice convenience. But I had to cut down a mulberry tree so I could see the side of my barn better. I got this old shed back here and an old garage. That's pretty much right back here. That's pretty much part chicken coop and just where I keep their feed and stuff. And then a lot of my beekeeping stuff is in here, and eventually that's going to be basically all quail. But the insurance company I have done a random audit of my property, and they decided that I have until November to paint or side and re-roof both these buildings, or they're going to cancel my insurance, my homeowner's insurance. Remember back in the day when businesses were happy to get your business? You know, it was an honor to have you as a customer. That's not how it is no more. Nowadays, banks are so tied up with all the insurance companies, and now they can tell you what to do on your own property or you can't get insurance. That's crazy. You know, now it's like, oh, yeah, you're going to do this, 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 and this, and then we'll be happy to take your money. But if you don't do that, well, then your money's no good. So, anyway, that's just something else I got to get done by November. Paint, and I got to fix some windows in them too. There's my neighbor John. He's always out early in the morning. But today is supposed to be hot again today, so I'm trying to get some stuff done. This morning I got water on the garden going. I'm going to get some bee stuff around. I'm going to start pulling honey today. So I'll get some video out there when I can. I'm going to try to be in some sort of a hurry because it's going to get hot today. But I'm going to add some honey supers. I think I'm going to pull this box. That box right there is probably ready to be pulled. I'll have to check on that one. Neither one of those are ready. They haven't drawn out the outside frames on that one. Then I got a few in the back that I know I'm going to pull. And then out the big bee yard, out the farmers where I keep some of my hives. I'm going to start pulling honey out there today. Maybe even start doing a little bit of harvest and spinning probably tomorrow. We'll see how things go. And then we'll try to get some honey in the bottles by the end of the week. But the weeds are taking over the garden. There's just not enough hours in the day, seems like right now. So got a lot to do, so I'm gonna hop off here, and I will I'll grab some video when it's convenient, and get another one coming to you here in the next day or two. See you soon. I'm going to let that smoker get nice and hot. Make sure it stays lit. I'm going to be in quite a few hives today, and I don't want to have to mess with starting this thing back up. I just carry this little tote with me. It's got cardboard egg cartons. That's what I use to get the smoker going. And then just pet shaving, wood shavings. Once I get it going, man, I pack them in there nice and tight. Give it a few puffs, let it sit, and I'll keep on packing that thing nice and tight, and then it usually will burn for quite a while. And I don't use a whole lot of smoke when I'm working my bees unless I really have to. I actually need to clean this smoker up. It's getting hard to close the lid and open it. So this property is where I have my bees. That's all alfalfa. Clear over that, I don't know if you can even see it on the camera. That woods way back there, and the cornfield, and that cornfield way back there. This is all alfalfa. So I got to stand in front of my truck. I'm actually going to do a split fray before I start pulling honey off them. But this alfalfa is all starting to bloom. Hopefully we get some more rain this week. Pop those blooms out, and then they're going to cut this again. I think this is their second or third cut. I'm not even sure. For this field, and then I got another field about, it's probably 2 miles from here, and then it's got the same thing. It's alfalfa and oats, and then that's going to be all clover when the oats are out. So I'm going to get this smoker closed up. I'm going to go over and do my split first, and then I'm going to start pulling honey. See, pulling honey upsets them. And then this is actually when it starts hurting, I think. The initial sting isn't bad. It's them wiggling around to release that venom sac and their stinger. And right now I've got my muscle tightened up. Make it a little bit harder for her so I can put it on video. So I relax it, and then she'll be able to pull it out a little easier. But when they start spinning is when it starts hurting. This one's taking longer than normal. Yeah, see, the more she spins, the deeper them barbs go. And one of the reasons this one stung me is because you can see right there is another stinger from another one. And I don't know if I can get the other one. One on the backside too. Once one stings you like that, odds are pretty good you're going to get stung there again. Like this arm, I don't know if you can see any of those stingers, but I probably got 6 or 8 of them on the back of that arm today. Same spots. I did have to put gloves on today. When you're pulling honey that's when they get real defensive. They are a tad bit grouchy. We'll walk over here to this stand. Condensed down a little bit so they build up faster. I mean, they're building up brood great, but they weren't pulling out they weren't drawing out some of their supers. So I condensed them down just a little bit. I'll check them on here in another day or so when I bring out these empty frames after I get done spinning them. And then I want to show you a rookie mistake, which I shouldn't be making them anymore. 5 years in, you'd think I obviously didn't put enough frames in. And this is the mess you get. So I pulled that frame out for whatever reason. Must have been in a hurry. Didn't put a new frame in. So now they just built comb. And that comb was actually built all the way through to this other side. So this frame, I won't be able to run through the extractor. This one's going to be all just crush and strain, which it's a mess. I hate doing it. But there's a lot of honey in there. So I'll suck it up and do it. That way I can get some more honey in bottles. But rookie mistake. When you're inspecting hives, if you have to pull a frame out for any reason, don't be an idiot and forget to put the frame back in. 2, 3, I think I've already seen 3 cells that have emerged, so. There you go. Now maybe it should be able to come out. bigger for her. There she is. There you go. You guys just got to see a queen emerge for the first time. So we're going to go ahead and put her. There she is right there. All right. So I'm back home from the bee yard. I've got those 2 totes brought in. I got 2 more totes that I need to still bring in that have all the frames of honey. I'm going to do all the crush and strain first because it takes the longest. So what I'll do, I'll take those out of the totes there, and then I'll put it over there, crush and strain it through there, and then that's just like a chum bucket. That's the extractor, which I will not be using today. And then once it all gets strained out, I will put it in that stainless steel tank. And then once I get the stainless steel tank just a few inches from the top, then I will start filling up 5-gallon buckets. And then once I get a couple of those filled up, then I'll start getting it in bottles. But today I want to hit the crush and strain first, just because it takes so much more time. And then actually the bottom bucket, the bottom tote here, I'll be able to run that through the extractor, and the other 2 bins I'll be able to run through the extractor, which makes it a lot faster, because then I can just take it over here to this tote, decap it, put it in the extractor, and then I drain it into this pot down here. And that sieve is just to collect any bees. I don't try to filter mine down real fine. So that's just to collect the big parts. I want all the pollen. I want all that good stuff in my honey when I get it bottled. And then it's the same method from there. It will go from there to there, into that, and then into a 5-gallon bucket, and then eventually into a bottle or a jar. So that's the plan for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.